What's poppin' YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse, Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And in this video right here, we're going to be talking about if you have planets in the 12th house. And now pause for the cause. If you don't know how to read your birth chart, if you don't know how to look at what planets are in what house, and if you're just new to this journey of self-love, self-knowledge, if nobody put you on as to why it's so important to study astrology, to study numerology. If you're a new subscriber, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos, I'll put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart and you realize you have planets in the 12th house, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Before I start, let's first talk about what the 12th house means and what the 12th house represents in astrology. So the 12th sign of the zodiac is Pisces. So the 12th house represents Pisces type things, Pisces type characteristics. And in astrology, everybody talks about how this is like the most confusing house. It's so hard to understand. It's so difficult to really know what's going on. 12th house represents your unconscious mind. So things that are not seen. 8th house is beneath the surface, but you can still see what's beneath the surface. 12th house is unconscious. You can't see it. So when you have strong 12th house placements, it's important for you to understand that, all right, so there's a subconscious energy that's going on. I want to consciously be aware, or I want to consciously be able to understand it so I can activate the subconscious energy so that it will help me in this lifetime. Because either way, whether you're conscious of it or you're unconscious of it, it's still going to affect you in this lifetime. So it's good to really, especially 12th house people, to really understand themselves on a deep spiritual level, because their subconscious energy is what's controlling them. So consciously be aware of what's going on. Consciously try to activate the energy that's being suppressed in a way with the 12th house energy. But like I said, 12th house energy, 12th house is all about the outer realms, esoteric world, subconscious, also like what was going on when you were in the womb of your mother, things that happened to your past life. It's all about really, it's like really hidden. It's like the hidden world. That's why it's very confusing, because Neptune energy, Neptune rules the 12th house, is very delusionary. So this is the house of illusionary things, hidden, unseen, metaphysical, spiritual, and also healing. So now having your sun in the 12th house, remember the 12th house suppresses energy. So your ego will be suppressed. So it'll feel like when you're doing things for people, when you're doing something, it's like you want that recognition. At the same time, y'all kind of find it difficult to either find your identity, to do things for yourself. It's like y'all have a hard time figuring out who you are low key in this lifetime, because your sun is in the house of Pisces, which is hard to pinpoint what's going on. So these people are really the type that likes to be by themselves and really likes to isolate themselves. All the placements in the 12th house loves to isolate themselves a lot. Venus in 12th house, not so much as other people, but 12th house energy loves isolation, because like I said, their life is being ruled from the unconscious, from the subconscious, So when you isolate yourself, you can actually sit within yourself, understand what's going on, meditate, really be at one within yourself. So these people, sun and 12th house people, love to isolate themselves. They like to be alone a lot, to really think things through and figure things out. They're very sensitive to energies around them, but their ego will be suppressed a little bit. So, Leo energy, Leo's the sun. Leo likes to be in your face. Leo's all about, getting that attention, being the sun, shining. The sun energy in the 12th house is like, they're not going to be tight to be all up in your face like that, but they generally have a strong need to feel recognized. And it might seem like in this lifetime, you're doing things, you're not really getting recognized like that. And that's how your confidence gets shattered a little bit. So put yourself in situations where you can do things behind the scenes, do things in a spiritual sense. Everything 12th house has to be spiritual. I'm gonna keep stressing this point this whole video, so get used to it. Y'all have to go on a spiritual journey in this lifetime. Everything has to be spiritual. 12th house is the metaphysical world, the spiritual world. So putting yourself and doing things in the spiritual realm, y'all find confidence within yourself when you're able to heal others, when you're able to know like your presence is appreciated and valued. And y'all need to understand boundaries too when it comes to dealing with people. But all in all though, having your sun in the 12th house, your ego might seem like it's suppressed. It might seem hard to know who you are, to find your identity, whatever, because everybody says like hard for them to find their identity. But to find your identity is to Isolate yourself sometimes, go within yourself, go on a spiritual journey and tap into your spirituality, because 12th house is spiritual energy. Once you tap into your spirituality, that is what your identity, that is where your identity will come through and will thrive. So Sun in 12th house people, tap into your spirituality, and that's where your identity will thrive. But people around you will seek you for your healing energy, for your healing powers. 12th house people have strong healing powers, and it's up to them to know who they are. But I'm gonna get into that deeper as the video goes on. So now having your moon in the 12th house, it's your moon now being suppressed low key. So it's like a lot of times these people find it hard to express their emotions to people. At the same time, having your moon in the 12th house, you are extremely intuitive and in tune with other people's emotions. Like, you understand other people's emotions on a deep level. You are very nurturing to other people. People come to you for your healing. People come to you when they need your help a lot, because they kind of love that nurturing energy you give off. But you yourself can find it hard to really tap into your own emotions sometimes. So really understand that it's the subconscious energy that's working right now. So consciously trying to activate yourself, consciously try to be aware of your emotional needs, consciously try to be aware of your emotional security, what you need to do in this lifetime to feel emotionally secure about yourself. A lot of times it'd be hard for you to express it out to people like that. That's why y'all, and again, I'm gonna say it in every single placement, love your isolation, love being by yourself a lot to really be able to recharge and to regenerate your emotions and your energy like that. But generally, y'all are really good at being in tune and intuitive with other people's emotions, really good at knowing what they need, nurturing them, helping them in a very motherly, nurturing type way. Just try hard to really pinpoint and to understand your own core emotions before you actually go out and try to like be that healer that you naturally automatically are. Y'all are natural healers in a nurturing way, but work on knowing about your own emotions too. It's not all about trying to help someone unless you have to help yourself first. So like I said, isolation, meditate, really figure out who you are on a deep spiritual level, on a deep spiritual, subconscious, outer worldly, esoteric level. 12th house energy is all about the esoteric spiritual realm. So really trying to understand yourself on a spiritual level, on an emotional level. Understand that you're really in tune and intuitively aware of other people's emotions around you, and their emotions around you affect you on a deep level. So understand that when you're surrounded by people all the time and they're always doing things and their emotions are flaring in the air, you're gonna automatically absorb all that. You're gonna suck all that energy up. You're automatically going to be intertwined with other people's energies and emotions around you. So be honest with yourself and put yourself away from people sometimes, isolate yourself to understand who you are and what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Because when somebody else comes in the picture, when somebody else comes in the room, understand that automatically you're going to be in tune with their thoughts and their mind and their emotions, because the moon in the 12th house, their emotions, that it kind of cuts off your emotions and your emotional needs. It's like your boundaries you set for people emotionally might not be there. So it's like you kind of find it hard to know if I'm feeling this way or if that person's feeling that way and I'm feeling what they're feeling, if that makes sense. So emotionally, y'all are really in tune, but emotionally get in tune within yourself. Isolate yourself, understand who you are first before you actually go out and go into that healing energy. And now having Mercury in the 12th house, having the sign of Mercury of intelligence, of thinking, of thought, in the house of subconscious mind, in the house of the hidden house, in the house of spirituality and metaphysicalness. So the way your mind works, y'all are not the type to be like, scientific and mathematical and all that. Your mind is in the spiritual realm all the time. Y'all daydream all the time. You're in tune with your environment on a spiritual level all the time. So understand that the way your mind works to other people, to people that don't really know you or don't really know like how you move and how you work, it's like you can seem a little like lightheaded and dumb to them because your mind is in a spiritual realm, but it's not really in reality like that. So understand that your talent is being able to really read, not between the lines like a Scorpio energy, but to read through the lines and to read everything. Like you just know how to absorb everything on an energetic spiritual level. Y'all have a really true way of tapping into people's energies. You could like low-key read people's minds just based off like looking at them and seeing how they move. Y'all could really tap into people on a really intuitive spiritual level. These are like the most spiritual spiritual thinkers and spiritual speakers. Y'all tap into their environment on a spiritual level. Mercury here, when y'all speaking to people, you give out your healing energy through the way y'all speak. You like to study things that are spiritual. You like to think about things that are spiritual. Y'all could daydream a lot too, so keep that in mind. But your mind is in the spiritual realm. So don't be too hard on yourself that you can't get an A+ in school, or working a 9 to 5 is not like you can't because you don't feel successful working a 9 to 5, or reality is so hard on you. Understand that your mind is always in the esoteric realm, in the spiritual realm. So tapping into the spiritual self, tapping into your spiritual self, going on your spiritual journey, studying spiritual things. When you're talking to people, you're going to be in tune with them on a spiritual level. Like y'all really read people better than anybody type thing. So y'all really know, it's like y'all know things about people without them telling you. And y'all could kind of keep it secretive too, keep it to yourself. It's like, I know so much, or I know things in the metaphysical world that people won't understand, so I'll just keep it to myself, or I won't tell people these things because I just know, because what I think is so esoterically and so different and so spiritual that people around me don't understand, so I'll just keep it to myself. It's like y'all could really know a lot of secrets. I just know a lot of things on a spiritual level and not say anything to nobody or keep it to yourself. So it's up to you if you want to share that to people. But understand the way your mind works is your mind is going to be in the spiritual realm all the time. It's going to be tapped into. Your mind is going to always kind of search for things on a spiritual level. You're going to read people on a spiritual level, on an esoteric level. So keep that in mind. And having Venus in the 12th house, having a sign of love and beauty in the house of metaphysicalness, and the house of suppression, low key, in the house of spirituality. When y'all are falling in love with somebody, when it comes to dating and what you're attracted to and who you attract, first of all, y'all will attract a lot of people that are like, I'm not gonna say have mental disabilities or have like, sicknesses or whatever, but y'all do attract people that need your healing, that need your help. And the way that y'all love with Venus in the 12th house, you look at people not for the physical, not for their intellectual either, but you look at people for their energy, for their aura, for like, you could kind of create your own picture of someone and create that in your mind, and that's how you look at that person. So with this placement, understand that when y'all love wholeheartedly, y'all love unconditionally to the max, and you can attract people that kind of need your healing and help a lot. So be aware that you can get taken advantage of easily, because you're automatically in the, I want to love everybody, I want to be healing, I just love life, I just love, like love is like a amazing thing for y'all. And to somebody else is like, damn, that person is so head over heels, I'm gonna take advantage of that person. I could do what I want, I could get what I want from that person. It's like people around you that don't value your healing energy, that don't value your spiritual sense, that don't value your presence, can take advantage of your always trying to be nurturing, always trying to be loving, and always trying to be like with someone. All these placements in the 12th house like isolation. Y'all like isolation, but then when you're isolated too long, it's like you could feel yourself going down a dark path, low key. It can be really hard on yourself. So y'all actually like and enjoy being in relationships, being in committed relationships, but understand that you love so strong and you love so imaginary and so mystically that you can look at someone and not really know who that person is in reality. But you're gonna be like so like indulgent and in love with that person. And also be aware that you're not too like clingy, or you're not too wanting to be with somebody all the time. Like I always say, just put yourself in isolation sometimes to really understand who you are, what you deserve, and what you want in this lifetime before you go out and get in relationships, before you go out and share your energy with the world. But Venus and the 12th house people, y'all have an unconditional love about yourself. You attract a lot of people that need your help, that need your healing. You kind of attract people that are kind of like, I just need help and healing from you a lot. So understand that your purpose in this lifetime a lot can be to like, help and heal people all the time. You feel like, damn, everybody always got problems. Everybody always coming to me for problems. I'm always like, trying to help somebody, heal somebody. That's like your gift is to heal people. So you attract a lot of people that need your healing in this lifetime. So now having Mars in the 12th house. Now, like I said, 12th house kind of suppresses energy, kind of makes it subconscious and not beneath the surface, but subconscious and like not there in a way. So having your Mars, a planet of action, planet of aggression, planet of anger, planet of movement in the 12th house, y'all could have a problem being passive aggressive sometimes. It's like when it comes to expressing your anger, expressing how you feel about things, You could find it hard at first to actually, freely express it. So then you'll suppress it, you hold it in, and it will get bigger and bigger. You keep holding it in, keep keeping it to yourself, keeping it secretive. You'll hold it in, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you just erupt, and it becomes crazy, like OD spurt of anger. It just becomes eruptive to the max because you hold it in for so long. You held it in and kept it underneath yourself and kept it suppressed for so long. So understand that having this placement, y'all have to have a conscious awareness and a conscious need to activate your Mars energy instead of suppressing it, instead of letting it control you subconsciously. Consciously try to activate it, consciously try to use your energy, use your Mars energy, and direct it in ways that will help you. Direct it in ways that will allow you to express that energy, to express that anger. Sometimes when you're mad, instead of keeping it to yourself, let them know how you feel at first, so it will be expressed, it will be out, and it won't be bottled up, and it won't be tangled up, and it'll erupt out of nowhere kind of thing. So keep in mind the passive aggressiveness with this placement. But y'all, when you're putting action into something, y'all will like to do things in a spiritual sense. Y'all like to do things more low key, more behind the scenes, more isolative, more to yourself a little bit, because your mind and you're always in the spiritual realm. So the majority of the world are not spiritual like that. So you find yourself being by yourself because you can't find people on the same spiritual wave as you. But just keep in mind the suppressiveness of your Mars energy. Keep in mind of the passive aggressiveness, like I said, and just try to direct your Mars energy into something. Try to actually consciously use that energy and direct it into something. Your goals, your dreams, whatever it is, your art, anything artistic. Direct that energy into something and don't suppress it and just keep it on the down low, because it will just come up and erupt anyway. The subconscious mind still controls us anyway. Even though we can't see it and we don't think about it, it still controls us anyway. So the Mars energy will come out anyway. So be consciously aware of it and consciously try to direct it. If you don't, it will subconsciously control you anyway, and will come out in the most eruptive manner to people around you. So keep that in mind. And now having Saturn in the 12th house, you already know Saturn makes things difficult. Saturn covers things up at first. Saturn covers, puts restrictions and boundaries in front of you. And now having Saturn, the planet of discipline and restrictions, in the house of Pisces in the 12th house, y'all in this lifetime at first can feel very down on yourself and very lost in this lifetime at first. It'll feel like, damn, I got no help. I don't know what I believe in. What am I doing here? It's like y'all could really have a strong need to find something, to find a faith into something, to find a spirituality into something. But at first it might seem like it's hard. It might seem covered up. You just might seem lost at first. So keep in mind that this placement is very difficult at first, but as y'all keep grinding, as you keep trying to tap into your spirituality, as you keep trying to find that faith into something that you believe in, as y'all keep trying to stick to the spiritual path of life, understand that as you get older, Saturn comes back around, it will release its restrictions, and then you actually, damn, I know who I am. Damn, I know my path in life. Damn, this is my spiritual mission. It's like Saturn kind of puts obstacles in your face, kind of makes things difficult for y'all. So y'all are forced to find your purpose in this life. Y'all are forced to find your spirituality, your spiritual path in this life. So when you haven't found your path in this life, that's when the pessimism comes in. Is like, damn, I'm so hard on myself, or damn, life is so down. Life sucks right now. Like, I'm so depressed. So y'all could really go through depressions low key, because Saturn's kind of making it difficult to find that spiritual path, to find that faith into something, to find that healing power that you have within yourself. It kind of makes it hard for you to tap into it at first. So be aware of this. Consciously be aware, like, all right, I got my Saturn in the 12th house, so I know that I could go through spurts in life where I'm really down on myself, when I'm really depressed, when I'm really lost and feel like nobody's here to help me. But as you're working on these things, as you're sticking on the course, as you're sticking with the grind, Saturn is all about grinding. So as you stick with the grind and you actually move your way up spiritually on your journey, on your internal journey, these people isolate themselves to the max. They're really, y'all feel like loners to the max. Like, not loners in the sense of the Aquarius 11th house energy, because they're loners because they want to be different and eccentric. Y'all are loners because it's like your world that you create in your mind, your world that you have created, the esoteric world that you're so used to being in, is like so different, and it's like y'all have like Saturn kind of emphasizes this fact of your life. Like it kind of emphasizes the subconscious energy in this life. It kind of forces you to think about the subconscious energy in this life to the max. So you're going to always be in your mind thinking about things in a deep, like, damn, like I really got to think about things through. I really got to isolate myself. I really got to do things the hard way. It's like y'all kind of put no blame on others. You kind of put all the blame on yourself all the time. It's like things are happening bad to me in this lifetime. It's all because of what I did or what I'm doing. It's like y'all put a lot of emphasis into your subconscious energy, into things that are happening to you that you can't control, because that's where the faith comes in. That's where the spiritual journey comes in. That's where going on your spiritual path and finding what you're here to do comes in. And as you're grinding on these things, like I said, Saturn will release its restrictions, and then you will be able to, damn, I know what I'm here to do. I can actually help people now. I can actually organize things in a very disciplined and structured way to help people and heal people go through what I've been through in a way. So understand that it'll be difficult. You'll feel very down on yourself at first, but it's here to teach you to tap into your spirituality, to tap into your faith, to tap into your subconscious mind, to actually consciously be within yourself and tap into it so that you could discipline it, so you could be structured in it, so you actually master this part in your life, and in turn be able to teach and help and heal others, people around you that are going through the same similar situations. And having Uranus in the 12th house, Uranus, the planet that does things sporadically, does things spontaneously, very different, very eccentric. So for y'all are very eccentric and different beneath the surface. Like when nobody sees you, y'all like doing things in a very weird way where nobody sees you, and you can be really into things that are very different and eccentric. Your spirituality that y'all tap into can be really against the grain, really unconventional than the norm. Like, astrology, metaphysicalness, tarot reading, tarot cards, like things like those, what I just said, is very unconventional to the norm, where everybody else is going to church and doing, Christianity is doing things that tradition says. Y'all could be into doing things that are really unconventional, against the norm, futuristic, progressive, like astrology, metaphysicalness, and all that, like I just said. But generally, y'all do like expressing yourself in a weird way underneath the surface where nobody can see you in a way. So keep in mind with this placement that you should try to tap into actually expressing your unconventionalness to the world a little bit, because when you keep it to yourself, it's like nobody's gaining the information that y'all gather up. Y'all have a good need, a strong need to gather information unconventionally, gather information from different sources that are spiritual and that help you on a subconscious mind. But if you're not sharing that with people, if you're not trying to put yourself in humanitarian avenues to share your spirituality with people, then it's like you're not really living out your purpose. Uranus energy wants to be a humanitarian, wants to help humanity as a whole. Uranus is ruled by Aquarius. So tap into your spirituality. I know you like to study things that are very unconventional, very different. You believe in things that are very unconventional, very different. Tap into all these things and actually try to share that and help people and heal people. You're here to heal the world. 12th house energy people are here to heal the world. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't be so repressive. Don't be so low key. Don't be so to yourself that you're not actually helping humanity in a way. But the 12th house also represents your sleeping patterns and your dreams and sleeping, because when you're dreaming, you're living in the esoteric realm. So your sleep patterns could be a little different, could be a little eccentric, a little weird, a little off. You could probably find it hard to fall asleep sometimes, or your sleep patterns could be sporadic. You could have very weird dreams and all that. You could daydream about things that are very weird and eccentric and all that. But all in all, though, you're going to be really attracted to things that are very unconventional on a spiritual sense, on a very metaphysical sense. So keep tapping into that and actually be able to express that and share that with people. People need your healing. And now having Pluto in the 12th house. Pluto is a sign that rules Scorpio. Very intense, very obsessive, very goes through a lot of transformations, because it rules the what am I trying to say? Very transformative. It rules the Phoenix energy, which something has to die before it resurrects and changes and transforms. So having Pluto in the 12th house, y'all, when it comes to your spirituality, y'all dig deep into things that are really underneath the surface. It's like y'all dig deep into scorpionic topics. Y'all dig deep into things that are really, really true core. That's really taboo. People don't really look at it and people don't really think about it. That's really true to yourself. Really, it's really scorpionic in a way. But understand that you're going to go through a lot of internal transformation, a lot of subconscious transformations. These are the type of people that things happen to them in life and they don't know why it's happening, but it forces them to transform, but it's happening to y'all in a subconscious manner. So I got to keep stressing this fact that you have to consciously be aware of what's going on in your lifetime. Having Pluto here, understand that your transformation in this lifetime is going to happen tremendously. Things are going to happen to you that's going to force you to really tap into the truth about life, to really tap into the depth of things. Y'all really care about the depth of things in an obsessive, scorpionic manner. Be very careful though with this placement when it comes to escapisms. The whole 12th house energy deals with escapisms, but having Pluto here, it's like y'all could go through an intense and deep dark hole of like escaping, with whether it's drugs or alcohol, things of that nature. When it comes to escaping reality through substances, through drinking, through gambling, through drugs. So be careful that you don't go through that dark side of escaping, but rather escape reality through your spirituality, escape reality through meditation, escape reality through studying things of the spiritual nature. And in turn, y'all the type that will help heal people, transform from their darkness, because y'all understand the depth of life on a deep subconscious level. So you can really heal someone and tap into someone's darkness, tap into someone's Pluto energy nature of them not knowing what's going on internally for themselves, and you can help heal them and help them. But all has to happen after you heal yourself and transform yourself. So these people love being by themselves. They love isolation. Y'all need isolation to recharge. I'm gonna say it again. Y'all need isolation to recharge, to really understand things, to really dig deep into things. But y'all here to heal people and help transform people, uncover their darkness, uncover things that they're trying to hide. Try not to hide too much away from problems, like I said, through escapisms, because then you could go through a very dark, like a dark moment in your life going through this placement if you're really downing yourself, if you don't understand what's going on. Because if you're not consciously aware of what's going on, it's subconsciously going to affect you anyway. So I'm just trying to tell y'all to be consciously aware of what's going on and to consciously direct that energy to help you out in this lifetime. And now if you have Neptune in the 12th house, Neptune rules the 12th house. So these people are extremely spiritual. These people are extremely intuitive and in tune with their environment, what's going on around them. Keep in mind with this placement though, that you don't become too in your mind, imaginary, that you're kind of out of touch with reality. Similar to Pluto in the 12th house, the escapism energy can also be prominent with this energy too. But Neptune in the 12th house, people, your faith, like like y'all have to go on a spiritual journey, because your faith and everything in this lifetime ties into your spiritual energy, ties into your being able to tap into the other realms. Y'all could get like messages and could get like, y'all could get, what's the word I'm looking for? Y'all can get messages and y'all can get messages and y'all could get visions of what's going on. Y'all could know things are going to happen before it knows it. Y'all like a really psychic kind of energy to this placement. But your intuition is extremely strong having this placement. So be aware of knowing people around you that can value your energy. Don't just give your energy out to anybody. Make sure people can value your energy, your healing energy, your wanting to be empathic and help people energy. Tap into your spirituality. Go on your spiritual journey. But don't be too outer worldly that you're escaping reality, that you're isolating yourself to the max, that you don't want to come out, or you're hiding from things. You're just being so beneath the surface and so hidden and so delusionary. Try not to be deceptive of other people. And when I say deceptive, it's like y'all not trying to be deceptive because you hate people or trying to hurt someone. It's like y'all could be deceptive to other people because you could be deceptive of yourself in a way, because y'all create your own reality. You could be deceptive of who you are, and then you can come out and like present like a different mask to other people and all that. So understand that when it comes to knowing who you are is so important with this 12th house energy. It's the last sign of the social expression quadrant. So you have to know who you are first to know what you like and who you are, and energy wise, spiritual wise, and internal wise. Then you could be able to socially express yourself out to the world. So keep that in mind. And having Jupiter in the 12th house, Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Jupiter is a planet of luck. It gives abundance wherever it goes. So for y'all, when you tap into your spirituality, when you're spiritual, when you're in tune with yourself on a spiritual nature, that is how y'all receive abundance and luck in this lifetime. Y'all can be typed to be really in tune, really esoterically in tune with your environment. Y'all just have an abundance in life when you look things through a spiritual lens, when you're really in tune with things on a subconscious level. Jupiter here kind of gives y'all abundance and luck only when you're in that spiritual energy, when you're in that spiritual path. So y'all are the most, it's actually very more imperative for y'all to go on your spiritual journey so that you actually know how to receive a luck and abundance in this lifetime. People around y'all can receive luck just through your healing energy, through your healing powers. The more that you heal others, the more that you're empathic to others, that is how y'all receive luck and abundance in this lifetime. Now, Jupiter likes to travel. Jupiter likes to go and just likes to, it's all about the foreign lands and foreign countries. So understand that Jupiter likes to go, likes to travel. And 12th house energy likes to escape. So you can have that planet of traveling and going in the house of escapism. So the escapisms, you could be overindulgent with escapism energy. So keep that in mind too, that you don't overindulge and trying to escape all the time. But here, you gain your abundance and luck by being spiritual, by tapping into your spiritual side, by healing others on a spiritual level. Go on your spiritual journey. I gotta keep stressing that. You have to go on your spiritual journey in this lifetime to receive luck and abundance in this lifetime. Don't be overindulgent with escapism energy. But understand that in this lifetime, y'all are here to be spiritual beings, to go on a spiritual path. And now having a 12th house stellium. Now understand that y'all people are here to heal the world. So it might seem that your life, you go through a lot of bullshit. It might seem like in this lifetime, it's like you have to give up yourself to people all the time. You always got to sacrifice yourself to people all the time. It's like y'all like being underneath the surface or like being behind the scenes because you don't feel like you deserve being in front of the camera or you deserve being in front for everybody to accept you. Understand that in this lifetime though, your value in this life is to heal others, is to be able to tap into spirituality. You have that psychic nature, that intuitive nature. So use your gifts to help the world. Use your gifts to socially express yourself by healing the world. But that can only happen if you tap in, if you isolate yourself, if you know who you are on a subconscious level, if you have mastered yourself internally, if you meditate, if you go on your spiritual journey, like if you really tap into spirituality, that is what your emphasis in this lifetime is. That's what your focus in this lifetime is to tap into yourself spiritually, tap into your subconscious mind, tap into other people's energies around you on a really deep psychic spiritual level, to be able to heal people around you on a really deep psychic spiritual level. Like your healing energies is unmatched. People need y'all healing power. That's why you attract a lot of people that always wants your help. You attract a lot of people that always wants your energy in a way. So set boundaries for yourself too in this lifetime. It'll be hard for y'all to set boundaries sometimes. It's very important to set boundaries for yourself because your energy is very valuable. You don't want to just waste it, or you don't want to get drained and give it out to just anybody and everybody all the time. You want to set boundaries for yourself sometimes because y'all are very valuable energy-wise. You're very valuable person-wise. You're just very valuable in general. But if you don't know that about yourself, people around you will take advantage of that easy. So really understand who you are on a conscious level. Understand that your energy is really of the subconscious nature. So consciously be aware of trying to direct that into places that help you in this lifetime. Set boundaries for yourself. Understand how valuable your energy is and heal the world. You're here to heal the world and to heal humanity with your energy. And that was my video on planets in the 12th house. Hope y'all enjoyed it. That was my last video of the series. I appreciate all y'all that have been tuning in, have been watching, and have been commenting. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, you already know. Fuck with y'all on an even deeper level. Appreciate all y'all for real. But if you still haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and handle that one time. For you, boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. Oh yeah, my next video is gonna be, I don't know yet, but I'm gonna let y'all know when I come back. So understand that whatever it is, you already know I'm about to go in, but I'm gonna keep that a secret for right now. But I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna hit y'all with some nice shit. But drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'm gonna see all y'all when I see y'all. Peace.